Hi there YouTube friends, welcome back to Auntie A's Kitchen, and today we're going to be meal prepping some delicious vegetarian breakfast burritos. These are not only healthy, but they're packed with flavour and also easy to make. It's such a flexible recipe and I'm going to show you two variations today. I like to prep these at the start of a busy week and then I just heat them up when needed. So let's get started. If I know I'm going to be making these breakfast burritos, then I would normally boil some extra potatoes when I make the Sunday lunch the day before so that they're ready in the fridge. But for today's video, I'm going to make them from scratch with you. So peel your potatoes, then chop them into equal sized cubes, place these into a pan of cold water, season with salt, then place onto your stovetop to cook. A quick tip is to place a wooden spoon over the top, and this is going to stop the water from boiling over. As soon as your water starts to boil, cook them for about 5 minutes, just until you can get a fork through them. Strain the water and then place these potatoes aside. When you're ready to cook your potatoes, place some oil into a pan, then place your potatoes and cook them until all sides are nice and crispy and have a golden colour. Once your potatoes are cooked, set them aside, and one of the advantages of this recipe is we're going to be cooking everything in the same pan. Kidney beans are great to use as they're not only high in fibre but they're a great protein source, and if for speed, like me, you're using a tin of kidney beans, make sure to rinse them well before then placing them into a large bowl. Next, cut up your bell peppers and onion into equal sized pieces, then place these into the same bowl as your kidney beans. For the eggs, I usually use 1 to 2 eggs per person or burrito, but since there's a lot of other ingredients going inside the burrito today, I'm only going to use 1 egg, but of course if you'd like to use more, add more. This is an optional extra, but into our eggs I like to add just a drop of cream, and then I'm going to cut up a few slices of some cheddar cheese and add this in, and this is just going to help it to melt more easily later. Next, we're going to prepare a simple tomato salsa. So you're going to want to dice up some red onion, tomatoes, then wash and chop up some cilantro and add this all into the same bowl. This is a flexible recipe, so if you'd like your tomato salsa to have a little bit of a kick, then feel free to add some chopped jalapenos at this stage. Next, you're then going to add some lime juice and finally season with some salt and pepper. Don't forget to have a taste to check the seasoning's on point, and then give everything a good mix and set this aside until later. The final bit of prep we need to do just to elevate the flavours of our burrito is some fresh parsley, and now we're ready to get cooking. So we'll start by cooking our vegetables and kidney beans on a medium heat, making sure to stir occasionally, and for flavour I'm going to add some of my homemade taco seasoning, and you can find a shorts video on the channel if you'd like to see how I make this. I'm going to season with a little salt and pepper and also some Mexican sauce just for a little bit of spice. Make sure to give everything a good stir, then keep cooking until your bell peppers and onions start to pick up a little bit of colour. Then remove from the heat and place all of this into a bowl. Using the same pan, while it's still warm, add some butter into this, let it melt, and then add your egg mixture that we prepared earlier. If you're a regular to the channel, you'll know how much I like to prepare and eat eggs, and today we're going to be preparing them in a slightly different way. And if you're new to the channel, welcome, please consider subscribing for more simple and delicious recipes. As the eggs heat in the pan, just scrape the bottom, folding the eggs, as this is a great consistency then to have inside of your burrito. You don't want to cook them for too long, so as you see them just starting to come together as you see in the video, take them off the heat, and the residual heat is going to finish the eggs cooking in the bowl. Finally, add your parsley to the eggs, season with some salt and pepper, give everything a good mix, and we're now ready to put together our burritos. I didn't have any homemade tortilla wraps prepared for today, so we're going to use some shop bought ones, and I get these from Lidl as I think they have a wonderful consistency and the best flavour that I've found so far. Then all you need to do is to load up your ingredients. I don't think it matters what order you place your ingredients, but just make sure that you evenly spread them out so that you get a little bit of each ingredient with every bite. There are 2 different ways that you could roll up your breakfast burrito, so go with what you're most comfortable with. But for me, what works best is to roll the edge, making sure that all of the ingredients are nice and secure before then tucking in and folding in the sides. I then make sure that that final roll, the edge is underneath the burrito. Another reason I like using these tortilla wraps is I always find them flexible and easy to use, and when you fold them they don't tear. And a quick tip for you, if you have not so fresh tortilla wraps, then just place them on the stovetop to heat them up a little bit, and then you'll find them easier to fold. When it comes to storing your burrito, just choose what's best for you. I'm going to wrap them up, but you could just as easily place them straight into a Ziploc bag or directly into a food container. And you'll notice in the video, as I wrap up the ends, I'll place them on top, and this is just to help me to remember what's inside. This was our first burrito, so I make 2 others exactly the same way, and then for the final 2, I'm going to add some avocado. Adding the avocado is an optional extra. For me personally, I absolutely love the flavour, but I know for some people they don't, so I like to make a variety of burritos so people can choose. And since I have a ripe avocado ready to use, we're going to add it to the last 2 breakfast burritos that we're prepping. To make this basic avocado mix, mash up your avocado, add the juice of 1 lime, season well with some salt and pepper, and give everything a good mix. Then, just as I showed you earlier in the video, we're going to put all of our ingredients inside of our breakfast burrito, including this additional avocado, roll up our breakfast burrito, and you'll notice that I wrap the ends of the foil to the side, and this just helps me remember which ones have avocado inside. Now you could toast these before wrapping them up to save some time for those busy mornings and then just either eat them cold or microwave them if you like them warm, but I like to spend a few extra minutes heating them up on the morning in a very hot pan so that all sides are nice and crunchy, and I just feel this brings an added texture to these breakfast burritos. These vegetarian breakfast burritos are not only healthy, but they're packed with flavour, and when I do breakfast mornings with friends, I always get lots of compliments and people asking for the recipe, and as you've seen today, just with a little bit of prep, they're actually easy to make. So I hope you now enjoy making these for your family and friends. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next video.